Good evening. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to the show, the TF11 football show every single Sunday. I have the legend Gary with me. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm good.
I have the legend Gary with me. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm well.
There's a echo. Is that me or you?
It's you. It's not me. It's not my end.
One, two, one, two.
It's not my end.
Okay. It stopped. Live television. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, cool. So before we start, all right, cool. There's an echo again. Before we start,
No, I don't know what's going on. Not me.
there's an echo again. Can you hear the echo?
Yeah, I can hear the echo.
Right. Can you mute? Can you mute yourself just to see?
Mute myself to see.
Yeah. Can you mute yourself just to see?
Mute myself to see.
Oh wow. There is still an echo. This is crazy. Let me see what is happening. There is still an echo. All right, Gary, if you just hold on right there, I'm gonna leave the studio and then come straight back in. So if you can hold on for a quick second. All right, Gary, if you just hold on right there, I'm gonna leave the studio. I'm back. I know exactly what was wrong.
Okay.
All right. I knew exactly what was wrong. Cool. Let's keep things going. This is why I love live broadcasts. All right, so we are going to start with some tragic news. But Wallenham keeper Michael passed away. It was on the. Was it now? It was on a Friday. Was it on a Thursday, Friday in a kind of motorbike accident, and he kind of tragically lost his life. It's kind of awful news for the vets community, and our thoughts go out to his family and also Wallenham as well. Gary, have you got anything to say about this?
Just that I offer my condolences to his family. It's sad news. It's not news you want to hear. And he's a goalie. He's part of my. He was part of my union. So, yeah, may his soul rest in eternal peace.
Do you know what's really important now with like all the banter and all the kind of competitive chat that we have? We have to make sure that teams like Wallenham, they are mentally and physically okay, because we don't want them to like feel that they have to fold or actually not be competitive because of this. And it's really important that we band together, because again, like South London, especially in the vets community, it's really close, and it's really important right now. If you know anyone from Wallenham, just kind of give them a call, because again, like we don't want them to fold because of this.
Me personally, I hope they don't fold, and I don't think they will fold. I think to go on and play, especially in that goalkeeper's name, would be fitting. And I hope they don't mind me saying, I think he'd be looking down and saying, "Don't be silly, play on," because it's what he would want. And if they could possibly go on to maybe lift the trophy or something that they can rightfully hold high in the air and shout out his name and say, "We've done this for you," I think that would be fitting, not only for Wallingham, but for Michael's family as well. They would want the team to carry on playing. I strongly believe this.
Yeah, very true, very true, very true. Let's kind of go into the results. We are just going to cover the Premier and the Championship results. Again, shout out to everyone else that's actually played football this weekend. In up and coming programs, we will be covering other divisions, but for now, it's just the Premier League and the Championship. So let's go on to the Premier League games yesterday. Kawuya drew with Leone Stars 2-2. Hollington beat LSU Masters, which is probably the biggest surprise in this week's results. There was a postponement between Bow Street and Independent Black, and Catford Wanderers beat Santos 6-2. This is what the table is looking right now. Hollington at top, 3 out of 3 with a really, really good goal difference of 19. Catford second, Independent third, Bow Street fourth, Masters fifth, Sporting Santos sixth, Kawuya seventh, Leone Stars eighth, and Wallingham ninth. The fixtures next week is the London Cup fixtures. So Catford have Ebbsfleet. Kamazi Strikers have the Inform Hollington. Sporting Santos have the Masters. And in the Premier League, Wallingham have Kawuya.
To Brees, it's not the Masters, it's the Legends that Santos are playing.
Sorry, Legends. Sorry, apologies, Legends. Okay. Well, we will be talking about the Legends later on, actually. Apologies. Yeah, the Legends. We'll be talking about the Legends later on. Now we're going to go into the Championship. These are the results. So there was a few cup games. APM, Baylet lost to Metrogas 4-2. Dynamo Veterans beat Southeast Athletic in the cup 12-3. New Park and Guru Nanak, it was a home win. And also as well, there was a kind of voided game there, also between New Park and the Legends, and SP Vets lost to Greenwich Borough 7-2. And this is the table right now with Dynamo at the top, Greenwich Borough second, Metrogas third, Johnson Phillips fourth, Seagas fifth, Balance Sports sixth, New Park seventh, and SP Athletic eighth. And again, you will see there's a team missing, which is LSU Legends, which we'll be talking briefly about later on tonight. And these are the fixtures for next week. Again, some cup fixtures. Greenwich Borough will be playing Old Peps. Metrogas will be playing Wall Canonians.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. SP Athletic will be playing
Brentwood Town.
And Johnson Phillips will be playing Seagas. So those are the games happening next week. We have the Wizard coming in as well.
Evening, guys.
How you doing, my brother? You good?
I'm good. How are you guys, right?
Nice, man.
Sorry for my lateness, man. Sorry for my lateness.
No need to apologize.
No need to apologize. No need to apologize. Big shout out to FSS, up the Spartans, and Nana is here, manager of Catford Wanderers, saying good evening to everyone. So let's start with the Santos Catford game, which I was there yesterday, and it was was a very interesting game. People will look at the result and think it was an easy game, but it wasn't. First of all, shout out to all the players at Santos. Again, Junior, Ashley, Bobby, Leon, Cedric. These are kind of quality players. And the first thing I noticed before we even started, that the Santos players were there on time, and not only there on time, there was a structure in terms of their warm up, in terms of what we saw, and it's kind of little things like that that kind of gives you an indication of how serious they are taking this game. And we started off. It was like pretty even. We had a chance in the first minute. Answer was 1-on-1. He kind of scuffed his shot. But again, that was just I'd say like an early warning. We scored, I believe, in the 5th minute, 5th or 6th minute or so. It was a no look back pass from one of the Santos players, and one of our players answered, literally lashed onto it, rounded the keeper, empty net, scored. But again, that seemed to kick Santos into gear, and they were in their ascendancy. And they had a couple of chances. They had some really lively players, especially the player on the left-hand side. I don't know his name, so apologies. But he was really, really lively. Leon was kind of orchestrating the midfield. Ashley, I thought, did a really decent job at right back. I think he was playing right back at the time. And I'll be absolutely honest, we scored our second goal against the run of play. But I think the ball got played through from our left back, who I call Superman. Absolutely amazing, Reese. Shout out to you, Reese. And again, it was a 1-on-1. Answer tried to chip it over the keeper. It hit the keeper, hit Answer in the face, and then again it just trickles in. And literally, that was against the run of play. I'm not going to lie to you. And you know what? Santos scored just before halftime, I believe, to make it 2-1. I'm not going to say what was said at halftime, but I can tell you guys, we were not happy with our performance, and that for me shows leaps and bounds in terms of what we expect as a team, as a collective, and we kind of went out in the second half knowing what Santos were going to do, and they actually did it really well. They really kind of I'd say tried to double up on a couple of our players who they identified as match winners, and it kind of really causes a lot of problems. There was a significant chance at 2-1 where their striker was through on goal, 1-on-1, and Nana made an amazing save. I mean, if that goes in, then of course you are now looking at a Santos team that would be up and at it. However, we scored the third. It was a deflected shot. However, if you don't shoot, you don't score. To make it 3-1, and then from there, the gates just were literally wide open. I think we scored. It's 2 in about five minutes. It seemed pretty quick, and it was a game that kind of definitely hinged on kind of moments, inches, centimeters, and literally what I can say is Leon, who was playing in goal for Santos, made some amazing saves. He made 3 or 4 great saves, and again, we were not clinical in certain parts of the game. Santos had some of the game in the second half, but I think after we scored the third goal, it was, I won't say damage limitation, but it was just about staying in the game. And again, credit to Santos, they just kept on going. Like none of them put their head down. They just kind of carried on going. But what is really significant about this Catford team, to yourself, Chris, and to yourself, Gary, you guys have said that Catford didn't deserve to be in the Premier League. And I've kept my mouth shut. And you know, and literally what I said to both of you, I said, you know, we're not looking to win this league. We're just looking to survive and not get relegated. And then one of you said, what's the point you guys competing if you're just there not to get relegated? And I said to both of you, with my chest held high, I says we will not get relegated. And I stand by that. We have a manager that knows how to win games. We have a team that knows how to win games. I'm going to put football aside here and say, you have to look around certain people who you spar with, certain people that you talk to. And what Nana has made at Catford in the very short space of time is something special. We cheered and we celebrated every single goal as if it was the first. And literally, we didn't even go and celebrate with the goal scorer. We went to the person who assisted as well. There's a kind of different feeling now here where we know that we are, quote unquote, the weakest team in this division because we finished 4th. We know that. So literally, when like Nana is telling us to do certain things, and again, I'm not going to say what his first sentence was in that team talk, but it set the tone. I'm not going to say what he said, but we know with like the likes of you, Chris, the likes of you, Gary, that were very, very quick to dismiss what Catford should or shouldn't be doing.
You're very bright with regards to this victory. You're very bright now, aren't you?
Hold on,
Mark,
let me finish.
No, finish. I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'll
yeah, okay.
Let me finish. Because Leone Stars did something very similar. If not, again, like I think they were even languishing near the bottom of a certain division, and then they got promoted up. And no one had said a single word about Leone Stars, which is cool. We understand. Trust me, we understand. So yeah, it was a great performance. Humbling victory, humbling defeat.
Let him finish, Gary.
I ain't saying nothing, bro.
No, because
we like carry on. So.
I'm gonna be real. You don't sound humble in victory.
No, listen.
Let me speak. Now. You don't sound humble in victory. You know why you don't sound humble in victory? Okay. Because if you say humble in victory, whatever me and Gary have said or whatever anyone else has said, that wouldn't bother you. So you wouldn't bring that up. So you're not humble in victory. You're now trying to prove a point of what's being said. Barring what's been said about this one performance that you've had, yeah. Okay, you beat Santos. Okay, that's good. That's a good result. 6-2. Well done. I don't know. I weren't there. I didn't see it, but that's fine. No one's talking about this season. We're talking about last year. So whether you think you deserve to go up because of this one performance and what you're going to do, that doesn't mean nothing. It's what you did last year. You did nothing last year to deserve to go up. As simple as that. And you only went up because someone else didn't want to go up. Let's be real. So barring the fact that you won yesterday, that's good, right? But we're not talking about yesterday. We're talking about why you got promoted. You got promoted because someone else didn't want to go up into the league. You didn't have a good season, right? With the players that you had last season or whatever it was, no one's talking about Nana. Nana could be a great manager. That's fine, and I respect Nana. But no one's talking about. We're talking about last year. You didn't deserve to go up from what happened last year. So all of this, what happened yesterday, what's happening this year, that's fine. Let's go back to if we're going to talk about it, let's go back to last year. You did not deserve to go up because of that performances. Yes, that's fine. You won, but you still got to play LSU. You still got to play Holland. You still got to play these other teams. You know what I mean? Let's not talk about it now. Let's talk about it at the end of the season. and see where you are at the end of the season. We said this. We'll put a pin in it. But it seems to have touched you that we said this about you guys. And but it has though. Let's be real. Because you brought it up.
You know what?
So that's fine. That's fine. But let's see at the end of the season. We told you we're gonna put a pin in it. If you have a great season and you guys do super well and you finish higher up in the table, whatever it is, I've got to suck eggs and get on with it. Then I'll turn around and go, you know what? It is what it is. I've said what I said. My opinion was poor because you guys have done well. But you can't be talking about one game. I don't know what your result was last week, but you can't be talking about you beat one team 6-2 and now you're like, oh, what you lot said and what you lot are talking about us. No.
Well, I mean, we also beat Bow Street last week as well. So
you won last week. Who did you play last week?
Bow Street.
Bow Street Runners, yeah. Okay, but still, you still got to play other teams, and the season's not done yet. Do you know what I mean? We still got a long way to go.
I know.
When we made our comments, about the season before. We're not talking about this season. We spoke about last season. That's it. So unless you can pull me up figures and results and stuff to prove me wrong for last year, until then, we're not talking about this year right now. Well done. I'm happy for you guys. You got a result. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
And we just and that's I am honestly like you lot did well. You may have deserved it. So by the sounds of it, you deserved it. But we'll wait until the end of the season. We'll go from there.
Gary, anything to say?
You wouldn't have that chat if I was playing in goal.
Guaranteed.
No, you had your say to Breeze. Let me have mine. You wouldn't have that chat if I was playing in goal. End of.
No, I think we would have scored 10.
You're a madman.
Did you play yesterday?
All of a sudden, you got humour.
No. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying, all of a sudden now you got humour to say that you'd scored 10. Are you serious?
Yeah, because literally, I know that you're retired now. So
listen, there is still no goalkeeper in that league better than me. I can step on the pitch right tomorrow and still be better than all of them. So you're like a madman. So please, Tabrice. No, I'm just saying, because I rightfully told you about your Sahara Desert humor. Don't try and twist it back to me now. It ain't gonna work, bro. I'll murder you out here with humor. I will murder you with humor.
Quick question.
Be respectful with this thing about saying 10 goals. You're not getting them 10 goals. That's disrespectful. You're coming with a disrespect now, brother.
No.
Please don't do that.
What I'm saying, Leon made 4 outstanding saves.
I'm not. Listen. Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to disrespect Leon or anything. I'm speaking for myself. Yeah. I'm telling you. You wouldn't get those 10 goals. You're too bright now. You stay in your lane. Don't talk things that you're not capable of doing. Not 10 goals. You might score a goal here. You're all of a sudden you get bright and want to come say 10 goals. Are you a madman? You're talking stupid, mate. I'm telling you, you're talking stupid. Yeah. Don't try and impress the viewers with that kind of humor. It ain't gonna work.
Tabrice, did you play yesterday?
I played yesterday. I didn't start because.
And you're supposed to be, and you're the best centre half. Listen, don't say that again.
No, listen, you know
what? Not say that again because that is a. To be the best centre half, you have to start games. That's a mad. So don't say you're the best half centre half.
You can't get in the team. Yeah? Can you get in the team? Are you being kept out of the team, or was you carrying a knock?
Let me finish.
No, I'm asking. Are you being kept out of the team, or are you carrying a knock?
No, but literally, I said I wasn't part of the team, but you didn't finish that. But you guys didn't let me finish in terms of why I wasn't part of the team.
Okay, why was you not part of the team?
I was away for 2 weeks. Okay. The team won against Bow Street, and rightly so. That team starts. That's what
they're winning games without you.
So you know what?
They are. They accept it. They're winning games without you, so they're proving to themselves that they're capable of doing a job without the so-called best centre half in who said he's in the world, he's in this, he's in that.
No.
No.
Does Tabriz start with your full squad?
So you know what I'm saying? Like, we now have individuals. So, and you know what? Without saying too much, there were certain players that left the club, but then came back to the club because other clubs that they were looking to join didn't have the vibe and didn't have the camaraderie that we have. And literally, that speaks volumes in terms of what Nana has produced and also what the players are producing as well. So it's like, you know, hey, you know what? 100%. I'm like saying this now because everything is rosy, like rainbows, you know, like I totally understand what's going on. But also, I know what management have done behind the scenes, who they had to get out of the club respectfully, and who they brought into the club respectfully. So again,
other teams have brought players in, but they're not. Yeah. But they're humbling in what they've done. You're over the top, bro.
No, you know
you're
what?
Over the top, bro. Over one victory.
No,
humble yourself. Two victories. Well, this is the third time I'm telling you again. It's a humble calf that sucked the most milk. Humble yourself, yeah? You're 2 games in there. Talk like this at the end of the season. Try and produce something. You're playing catch up to me a lot. You're playing catch up to me, Since you want to try and go on with things,
let him fight his own battles, Nana. Let him fight his own battles, Nana.
You are talking. You're supposed to be the best centre half. You see, he's still the best. You're joking, Nana. Don't encourage him with it, bro.
No, Gary, if you was there, we would have scored 10, as I said before.
You're a madman. Stop it.
Leon played,
Stop
you know,
it.
Again,
Stop it.
Big shout out to the Santos guys. And again, you know what it is as well.
Stop talking this rubbish.
I've got another question.
Bro. If you're not going to be realistic, I ain't going to entertain you.
Tabriz, I've got another question.
You're insulting me now, and you're in no position to be trying to insult me. No position.
Tabriz, I've got another question for you.
You ain't even done enough in the game to even think about trying to insult me.
No, but like Gary,
no buts about it. Let's be real here.
Gary,
this 10-goal business is foolishness.
Let me
get that out of your head.
Gary. Let me ask the Bruce quickly a question. You played Bow Street. You played Bow Street last week, right?
Yes.
If I'm correct, Bow Street was in the same league as you last year, yeah?
They were runners up.
No, but they was in the same league, yeah?
Runners up.
Okay, those runners up. They finished above you either way. My question to you is: when you beat them last week, your chest wasn't this big.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Let me finish. Oh. Whether you wasn't there or not, whether you was there or not.
You hear that statement?
Listen, whether you wasn't there or not, my thing to you is: when you beat Bow Street, who were in the same league as you both come up together. You wasn't doing all of this. Let's be real. You wasn't doing all this. Yes or no?
Shall I tell you why?
No. Yes or no? Just answer the question. Yes or no?
Shall I tell you why?
Tabriz, let's not beat around the bush.
No, I'm not.
You wasn't doing this last week.
Please,
right? One minute. Then
you hurry up.
You played someone who was in the top division already.
Certified.
You've now beat them, and now you want to talk.
No.
But the thing is, this is what it is. When you've got to have the same energy every time you play.
100%.
So, but the energy is different when you play someone that you would have played last year.
No. And again, let me kind of answer your like very quite hollow question, Chris.
It's not hollow. It's not hollow, is it? It's just.
Wait.
He's all of a sudden. All of a sudden, he's got them last year.
You played them last year. You didn't say nothing. You played Santos this week, and you're talking.
And you're like innocent. That's what you're going on with is your foolishness, bro.
So we're gonna be here all night. Go on, then. Answer my hollow question quickly, and then we'll go on.
No. You know, let's just finish off like the Catford chat first, and then
that's fine.
You know, and then we'll like kind of go on to like bigger and better stuff. So, the week before, Catford beat Catford beat Bow Street.
All right.
The reason why I didn't have the same energy last week, I was away, and on Sunday we didn't have a show.
But when we were talking to you in the group,
it's down to you not having a show to Breeze.
Hold on. Yes,
It's not down to us not having a
I know,
show.
sorry.
You don't have a show.
I jumped in.
Your show, you're the host.
Hold
So take
on.
care of business, innit?
Gary, let him talk. I jumped in. Sorry, go on to Bruce.
Hold on. Again, literally, I'm not going to say why we didn't have a show, but like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
energy would have been exactly the same.
You sure?
What, as in Catford winning? 100%.
The way you're
powerful thing, you know, when you need it to be powerful.
Would you
know,
hindsight's
very powerful when you want it to be.
Would you give us that pre-written speech about what me and Gary spoke about?
No, he wouldn't. I know what he's doing. He's only doing it through because the fact that they've beaten Santos, the team that I used to play for. He knows what he's doing, man.
You know what? I don't.
Then he wants to talk nonsense.
I like the controversy.
And try and insult me by saying 10 goals to Breeze, bro. You can laugh all you want, mate.
You know what, Pete?
You can laugh all you want. It doesn't bother me.
Whoever just wrote that about the baby oil, ask the Breeze, did he have baby oil on himself when he was trying to mark me that time? When you couldn't get near me. Remember that? You couldn't get near me.
What? In the friendly?
Have you ever scored against me, Tabriz?
Could you still get near me?
You've never scored against me, neither, Tabriz.
No,
never,
ever. Wait, hold on. I didn't have to get near you because I took you down one time and then you didn't really want to come like close to me.
And oh, listen to that incredible.
Wizard, you know Wizard. Wizard, you know. Wizard, you know Wizard. Wizard,
no, I don't know. I don't know.
Drinking to Breeze. Jesus, wow.
Okay.
This newfound.
I need to put it in my diary when Capital got holiday.
Damn it, man! This newfound energy he's found. How comes it's only now? Look how long it's taken you to find this newfound energy. How come you didn't have it from day dot? From when we were first coming from day dot. How comes it's only now you find it?
I'm here. Do you know what? I'm actually here. I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it.
But again, with like banner aside, shout out to Junior and Santos.
Yeah, big up Santos.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with Santos. Well done, Santos. Well done on your result. You did well.
Yeah,
just be humble about it, man. Humble yourself, man. You ain't won it. You've only got 3 points and had to pay £10.
Listen, you know what? Like, I think people don't realize that every single point matters, especially to us. So, literally, if like we can nick points from everyone in this division,
100%.
Come with this chat when after you've played Hollerton. Let me see this chat with you after you played Hollerton.
Okay.
I guarantee you ain't gonna come with this big speech. 10 goals past Gary.
But listen,
that's just poor banter you're coming with, bro.
No, but it's true.
You're insulting me.
No.
Try and come with better banter than that.
No,
10 goals.
I'm just
to Breeze. You ain't won the heart. You've not won nowhere near what I've won to even come trying to insult me like that. Behave yourself. Behave yourself and stay in your lane, bro.
Yes, I'm saying so. Literally,
you're one of the best football podcasters. You're not one of the best centre halves. Yeah, get it right.
So
keep fooling yourself. Since you want to try and come like that at me, I'm just going to be honest and real. Get it right. You're not the best centre half in the league. I'm retired and can come out of retirement and still hold my title. You can't do that. You'd retire, put on weight, and then people come back and people will continue to laugh at you. Yeah? So let's just stay in your lane, bro. Yeah?
Okay, so
this humour thing, you can't come at me with this humour thing. I've already told you, your humour is dry.
So then you just confirmed that Gary is now the retired goalkeeper from Santos and was like the best goalkeeper.
You say what you like, bro. Like you can say whatever you like Junior said. Names cannot kill me. Yeah, so say what you like, bro. I don't care.
So, all right.
You
So,
know what I mean? I've got all the honors that you will never win, bro. I'm good. You might
so
win the odd Beckenham Hospital Cup or the odd
Did
League
you,
Cup,
Tony? Did you play with Tony Yeboah?
but you'll never win. You don't win the league. You're not
Tony
good
Boy,
enough. You're not
brother.
good enough to sit in anybody's team in the
Did you play
London
with Tony
Cup.
Yeboah in the league?
Nothing.
So
Wow.
so let's gonna go to the retired
Wow.
goalkeepers.
You
I
didn't
was
ask.
retired.
I asked you, you played.
Behave yourself, to Breeze.
Hold on,
Don't
hold
try
on.
it with me, bro.
No, but
Did you
listen.
play? Did you play with Tony Yeboah?
You won't like the real hard how I talk to you on live chat,
What?
yeah? So
Hold
please
on.
behave yourself.
I'm
Gary,
listening.
let's go. Let's
It's
go
not
to
the
your match
retired
analysis.
goalkeeper. Behave yourself. You didn't have this chat a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. So please put some respect on it, yeah? Please,
Okay,
bro.
so respectfully, the newly retired goalkeeper and Nad, who was there at the Hollington LSU game.
Yeah, I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to go and watch the game, what I considered to be the game of the day. Yes.
Okay. And literally, what was your analysis of the game?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say how pleasing it was to see both Hollington and LSU come to the centre circle and rightfully observe a minute's silence for the Wallingham goalkeeper.
100%.
That was superb. And I'd like to think that both Catford Wanderers and Santos done the same thing at their game yesterday. I'd like to think that. And I'm only saying that because at no point in Tabrizi's highlighting how great this is and how great that is and the 10 goals that he'd scored past me with his team, at no point did he mention that. So that's the first thing I'd like to say. Anyway, with the game itself, Hollington started in a 3-5-2 with a 3-5-2 formation. LSU went with a 4-4-2 formation, but at some point in the game, they did change that formation. Each team started off by just filling each other in, finding their way into the game. LSU went for goal first, made the first break for goal. Whilst they went for the second break, Hollington broke up the play and went up the field. I think the ball fell into the path of Lodge, if I'm not mistaken. He sent the ball down the left into the gap. Andre got onto it, found himself in a one-on-one foot race with the LSU right back. And then after that, his pace got him in front of the LSU defender. He's one-on-one with the LSU goalkeeper and calmly slotted the ball home to make it 1-0 Hollington. Second goal came about 4 or 5 minutes later. It's a combination of miscommunication between a few LSU players. Hollington then broke away again. The ball found its way down the left towards Andre again. And he's like squared the ball to Brett, who's like put the ball in the net to make it 2-0. Little after that, LSU had a really good chance to make the score 2-1, but they didn't take their chance properly. Hollington broke again, and they made it 3-0. I think it was Shane who scored the third goal, if I'm not mistaken. The fourth goal was scored by Brett. He could have possibly had a hat-trick. He thought he had a hat-trick, but when he scored the third goal, it was offside. It was flagged offside. 4-0, they go in at half-time. Come back out for the second half. It was just like back and forth for so many minutes. On about the 65th minute, Andre again was through on goal and scored to make it 5-0. 40 minutes later, he's received the pass, gone through to score his hat-trick to make it 6-0. 7-0 was from one of the players, Hollyton subs, came on. I think they said his name was Darryl, if I'm not mistaken. But he came on and he scored the 7th goal. Both managers came on, which was pleasing to see both managers come on. Neither manager didn't do what they had to do. They done what they had to do. Yeah, it was a pleasing game. It was a good match. I mean, it says 7-0, but it doesn't really reflect the result because LSU had good chances. And if they took those chances, it could have been a different scoreline. But for Hollyton, they lost possession and the press to get the ball back was excellent. It was really good. And they were pressing high up the pitch, I mean, at some points, it could have been dangerous for them because LSU, still being a good side, could have broke away and score. But I'd like to say, being honest, LSU, the team was under strength. They had players missing, they had injuries, but also for Hollyton had players missing and that as well. But at the end of the day, it was a good game. It was a good, entertaining game. And like I said at the beginning, it was so pleasing to see both teams rightfully stand in the centre circle and hold a minute silence for the Wallenham goalkeeper. That was really, really pleasing. I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to rightfully say that Andre's man of the match, which he is. He is man of the match. But there was 2 players for Hollyton that I think should also get a mention. The player who plays at the back for Hollyton, I don't know his. I'm just going to say it like this. I don't know his government name, but I call him Dizzy Rascal. I thought to me, that's my little pet name for him. But he marshalled the back line very, very well for me.
Tall guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was his birth. I think he said it was his birthday yesterday. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know his name, but that's what I called him. And it's not a disrespectful thing. And he knows that already. And the second person who I thought done well was Nelson. I thought Nelson done really well, especially in the first half. The breakup play was excellent. He done really well. So I just wanted to mention those 2 players. There were other players who done well as well, but those 2 stood out a little bit more for me, So I just wanted to mention them because most of the attention will rightfully go to Andre. You don't go score a hat-trick and don't get the man of the match award.
What's that? That's 3 hat-tricks in...
So it's 3 games. I've led to believe he's played 3 games and he's scored a hat-trick in every game.
He scored 3 hat-tricks in 3 games.
That's tops. That's really great striking record. You know what
Ridiculous.
I mean? Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? I'm going to, in my head, I said to myself, I'm not going to call him Andre no more. I'm calling him Mini Haaland. He's now called Mini Haaland in my eyes because that's phenomenal strike rate, brother. You know what I mean? I'd just like to ask you something, Chris. You being a player that is actually playing for Hollyton, so I'll ask you the question. Your stats, mate. With your stats, you've scored 21 goals. You've conceded 2, goal difference of 9. You're sort of averaging 5 to 6 goals a game. So I just want to hear your views on being a part of the Hollyton squad. What's your views on that?
Well, I think one thing that we have is that everyone understands what everyone's roles are, innit? And I think one thing I've noticed as well is that it's quite a tight knit group. We get the information. They try and keep it as as I'm not going to say professional, but as with quality as we can. And I think when everyone is able to play and put in the shift, like you see yesterday, like you said, the pressing and stuff like that, it's what creates the chances, isn't it? It's And then it's just being able to put the chances away. You know, you don't shoot, you don't score.
Yeah.
And being part of it, I think one thing I like, and it was like the same with being at LSU as well, is that you're playing in a team with players that can play and that have all got good quality. So being able to share the pitch with them, just knowing that, having the confidence in your teammates. If I give you the ball, I'm not going to get it back. If I give you the ball, I know you're going to do something with it. And I think as well, like having someone like Andre, even Brett in front of goal, you kind of just know there's going to be goals.
Yeah.
Because they both know where the back of the net is. Very, very good partnership. And to be fair, in a short space of time that they've linked up, you can see that they've got a great combination. They understand each other quite well. So it's really pleasing. And, I guess for me as a player, it makes it easier for me because I know if I look up, I already know they're going to make a run. So I can just already put it there. Or I know that my teammates, I know that someone's going to be available because everyone's confident as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it filters from the top down, isn't it? If the top down, as in the management, do things properly, it rolls down to the pitch, and then obviously rolls down into the results. It's a long season, man. I look forward to the rest of the season. It's a very, very long season. We still got loads of games to play, but you just tick them off one by one, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really good. I couldn't be there yesterday. Obviously, I had other things going on, but from what I've heard, it was a good performance.
Yeah, it was, mate.
I heard that the team played really well. Everyone put in a shift, and I think as well, one thing I like about us is that we want to work hard for each other. We're going to run for each other. We're going to ensure that.
I saw it yesterday, brother. I saw it yesterday.
If my teammate's out of position, I'm going to make sure I get there to back him up, and we all understand our roles. So I think that obviously helps. So it just makes football a lot easier.
Gary, who was the stand-up player for LSU and why?
For LSU, one of the players, a number of them didn't have a good game, and they know who they are. Lloyd came on the pitch and done a good job. I'm not going to lie, and he's the manager. They were short. Yeah, and like I said, it'll be interesting to see the return match with LSU at full strength. They were under strength, and like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Holiton because at the end of the day, you beat what's in front of you. You play and beat what's in front of you, and that's what they done yesterday. But it would be interesting to see what the result would have been if, like, LSU were at full strength. It would have been interesting. Not saying that they wouldn't have won, but if I'm honest, it wouldn't have been by the 7-0 scoreline. They had opportunities. At one point, I thought Mark for LSU had a shot. Beautiful shot. Hit the bar, but a number of people thought it had gone in the goal, but it didn't. He reacted first to it, got to the second ball, took the second shot, and the Holiton goalkeeper made a good save.
And when Mark took that shot, what was the score at that time?
It was in the second half. I think it might have been. It was either 4. It might have been 4-0, still 4-0 or 5-0 at the time. But they didn't. It's not as if they gave up. They did try, but you get tired, don't you? I looked at the Holiton bench, and when they made changes, it was positive changes. If LSU had the same opportunity, like I said, it's potentially a different game, a different scoreline. It's not the same. It wouldn't be a 7-0 result. Like I said, LSU had more than one opportunity to score. And like I said, at 2-0, they had an opportunity, a really good opportunity, to half the deficit. They didn't take that opportunity, and Holiton broke again and scored. Four of Holiton's goals were just straight over the top. 4 of them. They were kind of identical.
Chris, I've got a question for you. As like your manager and coach, I know in the Southern Vets Football League, you can reschedule a game, and I would love to get your thought process. If you was managing a team and like you knew that a lot of your senior players were not available, and you were playing like a team that's probably going to be your closest rivals, would you use that kind of one game rescheduling, or would you play that game?
Chris, do you mind if I answer this bit? Because I think I know where to breeze is going on. You know what? I take off my hat to Lloyd, because he had a weakened squad, but he still played the game. I know where to breeze is going with this. He's expecting Lloyd to use his one life to say, oh, I've got a weakened squad and let me cancel the game. No, he still played the game. Yeah. And I respect him for doing that, because more than likely a team like let's say for Catford, they would do it. Would they do it?
No. They
would continue to play the way they would play the same thing the way that Lloyd done yesterday. They would play a squad. Even with that team that they had.
I've played for.
Yeah, I respect Lloyd for that. And if you're watching, Lloyd, I respect you for what you've done, brother.
100%. Yeah? I've played for LSU, and I just see it there. Cass has took the words out of my mouth. I've played for LSU, and I don't remember in my time of being there that Lloydie or anyone has turned around and said, let's cancel the game, even though we've got a weak inside. Because at the end of the day, there's always a return leg. Wonderful thing about football.
100%.
But then there might be, I don't see the point of cancelling the game when you've got a squad. It's the whole point of having a squad. You know what I mean? If you can field, if we can field possibly 13 to 14 players, I don't see why not. Whether they're, because let's put it this way, right? Because what you're saying is you're saying senior players, but when you sign players, and I get it, some players might be better than others, but when you sign players, you're not signing players and thinking they're not going to be great, not going to play. No, you're signing players because they're good players. They can get into your team. They're signing players because they should be battling with the people that are in front of them. It's the whole point of why you sign a squad. And I know already LSU would have signed good players that can battle each other. Yes, they might not have had the squad that they wanted, but they're never going to roll over and say die. You know what I mean? And also, why would they do that? They're winners of the league. And at the end of the day, it's football. We play, we get beat, we have to suffer it. We regroup, think about what we can do next time, we go again next time. Unless you're in desperate measure where you generally don't have a squad at all, okay, then do it. But no, I wouldn't, because I'm signing players. I've got a group that I need, I've got a group that I have in my team. If I was the gaffer, and we're going to play no matter what happens. At the end of the day, we have to come together as a team and work together to get a result. That's just it. And I know for a fact that Lloydie and everyone at LSU would never do that. And like Gary just said, respect to them, because at the end of the day, they went there, they did what they had to do. Okay, it didn't go their way, but that's football. There's many games to play. Anything can happen throughout the season for anybody.
100%.
So,
wow, man, you're terrible, bro.
No, listen, you know what?
I'm just saying you're on it today, bro.
No,
I don't know what you had for your Sunday dinner, but you're on it, boy.
But literally, I'm just saying it's literally within the rules to reschedule a game, postpone, reschedule, however you like want to frame it. It's I think that the issue is literally when you are rescheduling 2-3 games. That's literally where the issue comes in. But everyone is allowed the one rescheduling game. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that teams will play every single game or like whatever, but it's within the rules to have the one rescheduled game. That's
okay, but why don't the league all start together? Why did only one team? Why did only us and another team, or the team we were playing, start at the beginning of the season, and in the week after there was only 2 games? Why is everyone not starting together?
Because I believe everyone's in different cup competitions, and
on the first game of the league, the first game of the season.
But again, they are trying to, and again, I can't speak for the league, but
I'm just
there's
asking.
only how many teams in the league?
If there's people in the chat, they can obviously confirm. But I'm just asking because ain't that how leagues work?
But you know what? I think they are just trying to do it in a way where they don't want Hollanton to have all of their first 7-8 games, and then there's teams.
But
LSU.
we've played 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row we've played, and other teams have not even played maybe 1 game yet.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Last week you guys didn't play last week.
Okay, so maybe we missed that 1 game, but that's because they didn't put us in a fixture. But we've played 3 games already, and other teams have barely played 1.
Well, we played 2.
But you're now sitting there saying that maybe they didn't want us to play 7 games, but we still played 3.
But
how's that make sense? No, but I get you're answering. No, I get what you're saying, but you've answered the question saying they don't want us to play 7 games, but we've still played 3 games more than most people. But yet people can't play the games together. Okay, that is what it is. It's Vets football. I get it, but the fact of the matter is, I think, and I get it. Some people, the league, are doing it because it's Vets football. We offer them things like that. It makes no sense in saying can we do this and do that. Just run the league as it goes. At the end of the day.
All right. Okay. So Shinana's come in and said
so it didn't have a pitch until the 21st of September when the cricket season finished.
So literally, do not forget, like every single team needs a pitch permit, and there's some teams that literally have like Catford, that literally have like a cricket pitch there as well.
That's fine. Start the season later. If there's less teams, if there's not, because you think about it, right? How many teams are in the league?
No, but you
how many teams are in the league? Just answer the question. How many teams are in the league?
No, Wiz.
No, come on, Jeffrey. So there's cup games and everything like that. But
you can't start it later.
Why can't you? So what? Because so you can't start it later. So So 1 minute. So just because we've got a pitch that we can play on, we have to play our games. But everyone else can start late because they haven't. I'm having an opinion. Listen, you don't have to agree with my opinion. But what my point is that just because we have a pitch that we can play on, we must start our season straight away, and we must play our games 3 ahead of everyone else because we have a pitch that we can play on, but everyone else can start because they don't. No, then start this. Even if you start the season maybe a week or so later, that gives it a chance that there could be more games to be played. So just because someone don't have a permit to play a match, we have to now wait and all this. So what's going to happen is the season will be done. Just start the season a bit later. So you're telling me you can't start the season a bit later? Well, not 1 week or 2 weeks later.
Because
why not?
Because of 2 reasons.
Go on.
Mother Nature, because we don't know what's going to happen in November, December. There's always going to be postponements. So literally, you've got players' games, and also the London FA Vets Cup. There are dates that have to be fulfilled regardless. In terms of when the final has to be, it has to be on that date, or certain things just literally cannot run. So literally, there are certain things behind it. Wizard, let me finish.
No, go on. Sorry, go on.
So I totally understand what like you're saying and what Gary's saying, and literally other players as well. If you're playing 3 or 4 weeks, on the trot, and then all of a sudden you've got 2-3 weeks where you're not playing. It's literally because, of course, of different cup competitions that other teams have entered in, that are either in your league or possibly in other leagues. And again, if you kind of think about it, and again, it's probably 90% of the time, I don't like to put figures, but 90% of the time, the league finishes literally around the same date or literally like the same month anyway. So I understand what you're saying, but it's not as easy as that. Trust me, like I've actually been.
That's fine. That's fine. So we then have to suffer and play more games than everyone else. And then, listen, I don't care because we started off really well. It is what it is. But then we have to suffer because we have a 3G pitch and we have to start our season earlier because no one else can get a permit or because of cup games and all that. It's not our fault. Then 1 minute. Then obviously my opinion, and you know, this is, I don't listen, agree with me or not, it is what it is. Then it has to be looked at to be maybe something to sort out, because it makes no sense to me that one game in the whole top division is being played on the first day of the season. One game. How does that make sense? And then the week after, only 2 games are being played, and then no one else is playing. It makes no sense to me.
No, but okay, so literally Nana's kind of echoed what I've said. Honestly, like I hear what you're saying, and in the ideal world, everyone would have their pitch permits and everyone would be in the same cup competitions, but there's just certain things that you know, like, you cannot legislate. And if I've actually been in these FA meetings where, like, it's like, okay, so that's the reason why certain things can't run like that, because it just can't. Honestly, like, trust me, I hear what you're saying, because I think LSU last year didn't play for like almost a month, and literally you guys were playing catch up.
And then, but that was 2 years in a row. That was 2 years in a row, because obviously whatever happened the year before, we missed 3 months. I think it was 2 to 3 months. Then we had to play catch up. And then last year didn't play for however long, and then had to play catch up. That's for me. It's unfair. Let's not say it's unfair, because now we can play. Hollerton can play their 3 games, right? Maybe another couple of games, but then they're going to have to go weeks on end without a game. And then what's going to happen is, thing about football is there's training fitness and there's match fitness, right? So you can now not have a game for however long. People that have been playing consistently will be having games. We then have to come back in and somehow find match fitness to make up for the games that we missed out on. And I personally think it's not fair, because then you're going to have people that have a better momentum, because now our momentum could carry on until we have no games due to whatever reason. Now that momentum drops. Momentum in football is a big thing. You need momentum to carry you through a season. Now, if that momentum drops, we now have to find it from somewhere. No matter how good of a team you are, no matter what quality you have, you now have to somehow find the momentum again to pick up the match fitness again. You can go and do all the training, play 5-a-side. It doesn't relate to playing a 90-minute game. A 90-minute game at a decent level of football is not the same as going and playing a 5-a-side game. It's totally different. So you now have to play catch up again. Makes no sense. And I get it. Fine. Leagues, rules, whatever it is. I just thought it needs to be looked at, because teams are suffering. LSU suffered twice. Luckily they got over the line last year. Mm-hmm. But LSU suffered twice. Other teams are going to suffer. Let's put it this way: if the shoe was on the other foot, would you accept it at Catford? Be real.
But you know what? That's the name of the game.
No. This not
answering your question.
It's a yes or no. Don't ask me a question.
Yes.
So you would suffer it. You would suffer it. So you won't sit here and feel the exact same way as what I feel.
You know what? I kind of empathize in terms of what you're saying, but it is what it is. Like,
I disagree. I get your opinion, but I can't believe any football person would sit here and say, "Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is." You know, I don't get it. I just don't get how you can agree and be okay with the fact that you're going to have no games weeks on end. It makes no sense.
Okay, but literally that's literally when you organise friendlies.
So why do we have to organise friendlies in the middle of a season?
But you know what?
Are you listening to what you're saying?
Are you
actually listening to what you're saying?
I know.
We have to now, whether you're playing vet football or not, you have to now go and organise a friendly to make not play league game. It's baffling. It's baffling. So what you're saying to us now is that we have to now. We've played 3 games. We'll play next week in the cup. Okay, but then we now have to go and find friendlies to make up for not playing the league. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me.
But literally, I'm sure that if you go ahead in the schedule list, you will literally know the weeks that you're not playing. I'm not
talking about whether we know we're playing. What I'm saying is we have to now make up fixtures with friendlies, because we ain't going to have a game.
No, but like exactly what you said before.
But
There's
that
training
makes
and there's match.
let's be real to breach. Yeah, I'm talking about any level of football, whether it's grassroots football, whether it's vets football, whether it's Sunday league football, right? You telling me you can go to a manager and say to him, "You're not going to have a game for about a month. I advise you go and get friendlies." They're going to turn around and go to you, "What are you talking about? How have we not got games for a month?" I'll understand if weather permitted. I'll understand if it's been chucking down with rain, we can't play. That's cool. I'll understand if it's cup games. That's cool. I get that. But when you're telling me you can't fulfill a fixture because other reasons, because of whatever's happening, that makes no sense. And you have to go and find a friendly to make up for the game that you're not playing. It makes no sense to me. And I get what they're saying about county cups and all that. That's fine. I'm not talking about county cups. I'm not talking about being in a cup competition. I'm talking about there's times. All right. So let's put it this way, right? So the teams that played, permits, whatever. We're going to use the permits and that. You got couldn't play because you didn't have a permit. That's fine. Other games that could have been played, right? Other games. So are you telling me that they were all playing in cup competitions, all the other teams in our league? Barring you guys, because you apparently couldn't play because you had a permit. So what you're telling me, all the other teams in the league, however many there is, I can't remember how many in the league, all of them had cup games. I'm asking. I'm just like, so there you go. So the other teams, whoever you was meant to be playing, fair enough, can't play. That's fine, because you don't have a permit. Okay. But the other teams can play. Yes or no? There you go. There you go. This is what I mean. And this is why the frustration part is for players, because we have to now adapt and do all this stuff because of other things. It just, for me, I don't know. And I get it, it's vets football. I totally understand. But being a football person, I just don't get it. Okay. That's just me. I just don't get it.
I understand.
If there's less teams in the league, if there's hardly any teams available to play, or an odd number, that's fine. But to say that no other games can be played on the first game of the season, barring one game, that's a bit mad to me.
Before we go on to the final topic, Gary, you have seen Hollington play, you've seen the Masters play, and you've also seen Summers play. Rank these teams first.
No. It's too early for that foolishness to Greece. Come better than that, brother.
Why is it too early?
It's foolishness, brother.
You don't have to answer it. You don't have to.
I'm not answering it then. You just said to me, I don't have to answer it. Because you're going to draw me into right now. LSU, Hollington, and no. It's too early for all that, bro. Too early for that. Next thing you'll be saying that Dynamo is going to win this and win that. It's too early for that. It's too early for it, bro.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Who do you think is going to be favourite to win the Vets Cup?
I'm not sure. I've not known. We haven't even played the first round yet. So until we play a first round and I see like the results of the first round and things like that, I choose to take the fifth.
I'll answer it for you. Okay, who won it last year?
Summers.
So there's your favourites. Done. Because they won it. So if you was to ask the same question about the league, who do you think is going to win our league? Who won it last year? LSU. So they're the favourites to win it. There you go. Answered. You can only go with the people that won it last year. They're the ones they're the favourites because they're the holders. They're the ones to beat.
It's too easy of an answer.
No, but it's the only.
I know what you're saying, Chris.
Yeah,
I understand you, brother. I understand you 100%.
I get it. Gary might have a different opinion or whatever like that, but in my opinion, it's the only answer. If they won it last year, the only people who are to beat are Summers. Unless Summers get knocked out in the first round, they are the ones who are favourites to win the cup. Unless LSU go on a mad run where they drop bottom of the league and they don't win any games, LSU are the favourites to win the Southern Vets Football League because they are the current champions. Done.
So, with Hollington beating LSU, doesn't it make you guys favourites now?
That don't mean nothing.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't because the season only just started. Doesn't mean beating them once because the return fixture could be totally different. who's to say that? Listen, I'm a Holland player, but who's to say that LSU don't turn up and beat us in the next fixture, in the return fixture?
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? That could change the whole season. So, it right now, unless the top of the table says someone else is champions, LSU are the favourites to win it. Unless we're talking about the London Cup, right? Is that what we're talking about? The London Cup, Vets Cup, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Unless at this time in moment, it says the winners are whoever it is. Summers are the favourites to win the cup because they are the current holders. They are the people to beat. Simple as that.
Let's move straight on to the London Cup. We have games that are taking place next week, respectively, on the 5th and 6th of October.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Gary. What fixtures kind of are entertaining you? And again, who are the teams you think people should be watching out for?
All I'm going to say with regards to the London Cup ties, the tie for me, I think, will be Commanding Strikers and Holland. That's the tie for me. And if all being well, that is the tie I'm going to make an effort to go and watch.
Chris?
I don't know. I obviously my team are playing Kamazi, so that's the fixture that I'm looking out for. I think it's hard to judge because it's a cup game. Anything can happen. It's a one-off game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's no return fixture. So I think for me, the game that I'm looking forward to is the Kamazi and Holland one because that's my team. The reason why I look forward to it more is because it's my current team that I play for versus a team that I used to play for on a Sunday and who I'm very, very good friends with the manager. So that's the cup. That's the game that I'm looking forward to the most.
I think kind of probably walking away from the Holland and Kamazi. I think the SP Brentwood would be very interesting. I've been hearing some decent things about Brentwood. Yeah, and again, it's this, I'd say, kind of unspoken bias. And listen, I'm gonna say it. I think the winners of the London Vets Cup will either come from South or East. South or East.
What other places is there, like North London in it?
Yeah. Literally, there's kind of teams from North. There's teams from West. But I think the strongest Vets teams that I've seen in the London Cup have come from South and East.
And East London, okay.
You know, of course, West London with West London Fulham. Sorry, yeah.
West London.
Sorry. No, I don't think the Rams are in the London Cup.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
I think that would be, very interesting if they did decide to come into it. But West Fulham Vets, apart from them, is literally every winner, especially when I've been sponsoring. I've come from South and come from East.
Oh, okay. So it'd be interesting. So it'd be interesting. So it should be an interesting cup.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, yeah. I've kind of said that we are definitely a dark horse. I think on our day we can give everyone a game, and we've got Epps Fleet. Haven't heard too much about them, but I know that they do have a professional team. So I know it's a well-run club. But again, it's kind of 90 minutes or 120 minutes of pure entertainment. Anything can happen.
Hold on a minute. Well, it's not 120 minutes. So isn't it after 90 minutes straight to penalties?
Oh, sorry.
So how's it 120 minutes?
Well, literally, once you get to semi-finals, then literally it's 120.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so the other rounds are
just 90 minutes
straight to
and
penalties,
then straight to penalties.
and then semi-final onwards is
120. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I mean, actually, what's like people's thoughts about that?
I think it's different, isn't it? I think if we're going into like vets football, maybe sometimes. All right, so if we're looking at vets football, depending on who it is, I think it may work out better. You know, might help out people just getting the game done. You know, instead of playing the extra minutes, because some people may not be, you know, fit enough, or you know, their body just can't handle that amount of time. So maybe going straight to penalties is good. I think in certain other leagues, I don't get it, because if you're playing in a big cup competition that can generate you money, I think not being able to have like a replay or something like that, because it just goes straight to penalties, I don't think it's good. Because then the other club, one of the clubs that maybe not as big as another club, they're going to lose out being able to generate a little bit of cash if they get a replay. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. It depends. For me, I think it's been 120 minutes for. We've had extra time for however many years. That's it. If it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah, Gary.
Briefly and quickly. I mean, maybe they're doing it because if it goes to a replay or something, it then holds up the league games and things like that even longer. The fact that the team could be in another cup competition, that could hold it up. So on the other side of things, it's ideal that the game's finished there and then. Do you know what I mean? Save legs as well. You've got to remember the daylight. Not all grounds have, well, none of the vets grounds have got floodlights. So you've got to think about daylight as well.
Fair
So,
point.
you know what I mean? In that side, kind of with that side of things, yeah, it's ideal that they just get on with it and say, right, okay, straight to penalties.
Love that. All right, fellas, we are finished. What an absolutely brilliant show. Big shout out to Gary. Gary, so what's your plan next week?
I have no idea. I'm not sure yet, but obviously you'll find out on the show.
And Wiz, what's your plan?
My plan, I'm working, mate. No. I've got work. I don't know about you. What do you mean, football-wise?
Yeah, well, I mean, over like the weekend, like we'll let you be at the Kamazi game playing.
I could have a game. We'll see, innit?
Okay, all right, okay, cool. Well,
Who
yeah,
knows? Who knows? I could be there. I might not. We'll see.
Yeah,
but what you got to remember, cuz, is that you didn't play this week, so management might start with this. I
could be bombed, and they're the great results. So
you understand?
I could be bombed, and I think if that's the case, I respect it, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't change a winning team, do you? So
100%.
Yeah, that's the one, bro.
And I respect that. You know, don't change a winning team. We move, man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Before I go, actually, there's two things I want to talk about. Actually, first is we are going to be doing the Southern Vets Football Cup draws live next week. It's probably going to be Thursday. So if you guys want to be involved, let me know. It's I haven't sorted out a time yet. So literally that's the Beckenham Cup and the League Cup. You know, so literally these have to be done this week. So we'll be doing the live draw Thursday. And also, Wiz, how can people get a hold of you?
I've got Twitter. Obviously, I'm on Twitter. It's just Crubby09. So CRUBBY09. On Instagram, it's the same thing. Crubby09 for one of mine. So, and then the other one is Coach Hubs on Instagram. So if anyone wants to, you know, reach out, have a chat, feel free. If you don't like my opinions, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you guys. So feel free to shout out to me, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
And literally all of your details will be in the show notes below. Gary, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
If you know me, you know me. I don't have no Instagram. So if you know me, and you see me at a football game, we can go to the side and have a conversation. No problem.
I thought Gary's gonna put his phone number up.
Yeah, man.
When you went, Gary, how can people contact you? 07.
Nah, man. You see me and you want to have a conversation, feel free.
Gary said, I've got no socials, write me a letter. I'll get back to you.
And I'll get it by pigeon. No, you know, honestly, guys, and an amazing show, very strong opinions, which is what we like as well. Like no one is going into the show half-baked. So honestly, guys, thank you so much.
Nana, hope I've not upset you. It's just my opinion, you know.
No, come on.
It's all
Chris,
love,
man.
mate. It's all
what
love,
are you talking about? Chris, man, like, say it with your chest. Even if you...
I said it with my chest.
What? The way you're trying to say with your chest that you'll get 10 goals past me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to apologize to Nana.
It's foolishness.
No, I just want people to know that it's just an opinion. I'm not here to annoy people. But again,
that's the same.
If people want to reach out to me, feel free to message me and chat to me, and I'll give you my reasons why. But you know, like I said, I've got a lot of time for Nana. I've got a lot of respect for Nana. I know he's part of the committee and stuff like that, and it's just, you know, when you're playing football, you're passionate about it and you want things to run. Listen, I know things don't always run smooth. That's life in general. But when you do things and you feel that, I'm not saying that it's to get at our team, but when you feel like certain things are happening, you kind of have to think about your team and your teammates and how it's going to affect them. So I'm always here to battle for my teammates, whether it was whoever I play for. So, you know, I've got to have my opinions, man, because I've got to back it up when I can.
No, you know what I mean. Again, and she, I'm going to say this even like to Gary. You two are like the voice of players that may not have an opportunity. So whatever you guys say on this platform, I can imagine other players and other managers are thinking the same thing. Cool, so, man. You know,
you're talking foolishness with your 10 goals. That's one of them.
No, but
you're talking foolishness, brother.
Wow, you know what?
Hurry up and done the thing, man, because I can't. My head can't take what you said with the 10 goals. That's foolishness.
It's always a pleasure.
Utter foolishness.
What? Okay, so Gary. So are you saying that you're going to come out of retirement?
Listen, don't ask me. No, don't ask. I'm a big man. Don't ask me questions.
I knew you were going to say that. Don't ask big man big questions, yeah?
I'm a big man for you. Don't ask me questions.
No,
to
you, as a big man,
that grown man, don't ask me questions. Don't ask me questions.
Hey, Tabriz, how would you feel though? How would you feel if he came out of retirement?
Oh, you know what?
Wait. Just to play against you lot and kept a clean sheet.
Oh, he couldn't handle the humour.
No, but
he couldn't handle the humour. The humour alone will make him want to retire from this podcasting.
You know what, Wiz? That wouldn't happen.
Don't try and draw me out to
You know what, Wiz?
Many have tried and many have failed.
Wiz,
and
that wouldn't happen.
You will just only be another
fair enough. I'm just asking.
Failed.
It wouldn't happen.
Tabriz, man.
Say
what you like, bro. You'll never catch me up. You'll never get the opportunity to play in the finals that I have played and lift the trophies that I have lifted.
See what Chris said, you know. Chris, you're a bad man, you know. Chris is a bad man.
Get the opportunity, bro. So you are not good enough to play in anybody's team in the London Cup final, the Surrey Cup final, the Kent Cup final. You can just about make the squad for the SVFL League Cup final and the Beckenham Hospital Cup. You will never, ever win the league. Get that into your head, my brother. You will not have this opportunity. And I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah? Since you want to come with your 10-goal foolishness, you'll never, ever win the league. You want me to pick up my laptop and show you trophies that... Wait there. 1 sec.
Oh, Chris, man.
See,
Chris? This is what... You know what, Chris? I blame you for this now.
No, you can't blame me for this.
No, you know what, Steve?
Do you know why?
Hold on, hold on.
You know why you
Wait,
can't blame
wait.
me for this?
Yeah,
No,
get out to Breeze. Get out to
I
Breeze.
want to go to
Yeah?
Breeze.
You know
The
what? That's
first
a
one. This is one. You never win this.
You know what?
Never. You will never win this.
Do you know how I know I
Never.
What is it, Gary? I can't see it from here.
It's the league cut. It's the league winners, division winners. You see?
You've got to bring it up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring it up for you, Breeze. There you go, winners.
In
2010.
That's
that's just one of them. That's just one of them, bro. Yeah. Do you want me to pick up my laptop and show you the other trophies that you won't win?
Please go on then. Yeah.
Breeze, can I?
Don't start with me, bro. Don't start with me, bro.
No, but
you can't match me, bro. The only thing that you got over me is this podcast thing. The podcast thing is the only thing you got over me, bro.
No,
even with the human bit, don't try it, bro. This 10-goal business. Put some respect on my name. Don't do that, bro. Foolishness what you're talking, you know. You get bright after your Sunday lunch. That's all that is. You get bright after your Sunday lunch. You put a little bit of extra West Indian pepper for taste. Huh? Get the hell out of here, bro.
No,
don't you dare.
Don't you dare. Because you know why? Do you know why I said don't you dare? So what did you say to him earlier?
About what? About conceding 10?
Yeah, so don't you dare, because you started it.
He's got dead chat, Chris. He's dead.
All I said was, if he came out of retirement,
I've got better things to do.
I said, if he came out of retirement and kept a clean sheet,
you're boring.
And you actually said, he wouldn't.
And I said it
you are boring.
You said it wouldn't happen.
You're boring. Too biased. You're boring.
Literally, I'm not saying that Santos
you're boring too biased.
What I'm saying is that we, literally, so you know what have I done to accept,
why? I'm not upset, Nana. No, I'm not upset.
No, you are.
I'm not upset. I honestly, but I'm just saying.
No,
please, you've come with some foolish chat with me today. Foolish. You need to check yourself. Your chat is foolish. All you've done is just brought me on here and wasted my time with that.
Let me just get my tea.
Yeah, you've wasted my time.
Hold on, you know what? Let me get my tea as well. So, Gary, you are more than welcome to actually leave. I'm just gonna get my tea as well. Hold on.
Hey, Gary, don't leave. Get your laptop up and show him all your trophies.
He wouldn't like it. I've just embarrassed him by showing him 2 of them, Chris. I didn't want to have to do. I didn't want to have to do that.
Hey, Gary,
but I did.
Quickly, ask him where his winners medals is from last year.
Where? What was it? Listen, he's got to show his family. He's got to show his family pictures in the background because he's got no trophies. Yeah, that's to show family pictures in the background because he has no trophies. Yeah, show some trophies, bro. Stop stroking your beard and show some trophies, bro.
I don't have no trophies. No,
don't come with no foolish chat about 10 goals. Put some respect on it.
I didn't say nothing about trophies. I just said you.
But I'm telling you, you don't get 10 goals, bro. You are talking nonsense. Yeah, I'm telling you that as facts. You are talking nonsense. Do me a favor and just say that the program is over, so I can rightfully go and do something constructive. Because your chat is boring. Yeah.
Actually,
if you're going to try it, no, actually not. Done the thing. It's over. The thing is over. I'm not answering no more of your questions. I've given you longer. I've volunteered for longer than an hour. I'd like to constructively go and do something that I want to do now. I'm done with the volunteering for you. So I want to go now. Can I go now? Thank you. Can I go now? Is the program over now? Because you said it was over about 10 minutes or so ago, but you're still trying to long it out. So you tell me.
Next week's show, we are going to be in the studio. So we'll probably be doing, and again, this is literally, I'm talking to like the audience. I'm just not talking to you guys. Just let you guys know we'll be doing a studio conversation with myself, Wiz, and someone else. And Wiz has gone because he knows what I'm gonna say, but he's gone as well. Oh, that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Just to kind of let you guys know that next week it's going to be a pre-recorded show. On Thursday, we are doing the live draw. Myself and Wizard and someone else will be in the studio. And yeah, we've got some really, really special best guests that are going to be coming onto the show. Thank you so much for listening. Big shout out to the Wizard Wiz, and big shout out to the retired, that's what he said, he's the retired goalkeeper who is like now a football analyst. Big shout out to Gary, and again, shout out to everyone that's been involved. Stay safe, and again, biggest condolences to Wallenham and Michael, family. Again, with all jokes aside, we have to band together. We don't want no teams to fold, no teams to feel isolated, or even people to feel isolated. So if you can know any of the Wallenham players, if you know anyone that could be even going through a bit of a difficult time, send them a text, give them a call. Football is what I've found is the common denominator to start conversations. And once you've started a conversation with like someone, you never know where that conversation will lead. So yeah, do not underestimate your power, people. Thank you so much for like tuning in. This has been the TCF 11 show. I'm still trying to get my head around the new name. Watch out for some amazing things happening. Amazing talks. There's going to be ticketed events. There's going to be workshops. There's going to be a lot of things happening, not only online, but offline. I've realized the power of being with other people, being in a community. And again, that's what football gives you. It gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of community. And that's what Nana has done really well within Catford anyway. So yeah, watch out for some great events happening. And yeah, we will see you next week. Ciao.